Now I want to talk about full spectrum living instead of living life by default. Thank you to my teacher Alan Seal, who taught me these lessons. Keep creating while I talk about this, adding dimension and layers to your work. What I'm talking about is living more consciously, and it all begins with inner examination. This type of growth is definitely an inside job. Inner examination is the first step to full spectrum living. In this class, you've started some very deep work to truly get to know yourself and answer the 4 soul questions for this moment in your life. Who am I? What do I want? What is my purpose or dharma? What am I grateful for? In the exercises you've started, you are making conscious choices. These are seeds you've planted that can begin to bloom for you. Here's who I am. This is what I want right now. This is how I serve right now. This is what I'm grateful for. You are invoking your creative self to help you. You're opening your perspective, setting vibrations in motion to allow you to recognize and fulfill your unlimited potential. I'm not saying you're done, because you're never really done as long as we're still here in life, but you are taking steps in planting seeds. And when you get even clearer about your purpose and intention, the universe will seem to come rushing to your side to support you. Synchronicities will begin to happen around you. Maybe you will run into someone who has a connection that can help you, or you'll get a phone call or an email, or you'll see an article or a YouTube video, or in looking at someone else's artwork, you get inspired and you'll keep running across the information you need without struggling for it. Pay attention when that starts to happen. You begin to call your life into being, and then you need to start embracing your power. As time goes on and you continue on this journey, your outer world might change quite a bit, because it will begin to more closely reflect your inner world. And this doesn't mean there'll be no more challenges in life, but your response to the challenges, hopefully, will be to see the gift in the challenge, and you accept that gift. You can listen to your own inner guidance system more and more closely. You might find yourself breaking away from mass consciousness and defining your own path. This can take courage. It's not a one-shot deal. Life is a circular journey. There's a constant process of birth, development, integration, and living as you claim your life. It's an ongoing process, and you'll keep growing in your understanding of who you are and what you are here to do. We all have remarkable capacities. Your visions joined up to courage will leap at you. Keep seeking out your birds of a feather. People who are also on the path, who are claiming a more full spectrum life as their own. When you're closer to living this full spectrum life, you're using more of your potential. You're living an at your best life. You're living your purpose. You are fulfilling your legacy. You're offering the best you can be to other people. A full spectrum life is a life of purpose. Now, you might not frame it using those words, but have you ever felt that your soul was summoning you to a larger life, where you get some kind of wake-up call? Or maybe you feel that your inner self is urging you to dare mighty things, to risk more, to take a leap, and glimpse the realization of the possibilities that are inherent in you. We are all meaning-seeking animals. We have the capacity to reflect upon ourselves. What is it that seeks fuller expression through you? My whole life I've been fascinated with the notion of human potential, the amazing difference one person can make. I'm intrigued because we as humans only use a fraction of our many bits of intelligence, and when we don't use all we're capable of, when we hold ourselves back, we don't achieve all we can. Our impact is lessened. We don't fully use our gifts and talents to make all the difference in the world that we could. And yet we know examples from the high points of our own life and looking at people we admire. And we see that it is possible to unleash more of our potential in mind, body, soul, and spirit. Dormant potentials within us can be awakened. It's possible to achieve more in life than we ever thought possible. Michelangelo says the greatest danger for most of us is not that our aim is too high and we miss it, but it is too low and we reach it. Have you ever had that feeling? Linked to this idea of human potential are the big questions around life's purpose. Why are we here? How do I find my purpose? How can I make a bigger impact? Many of you know my story. After retiring from a senior executive role in a global Fortune 500 corporation, I committed to my own development because I wanted to unleash my capacity and more of my potential. And on this journey, I was finally able to explore so many complementary passions: human potential, spirituality, creativity, feminine energy, philosophy. wellness, quantum physics, happiness, and more. And I studied with amazing teachers around the world, and I felt myself starting to expand. And I realized when we share our gifts, there is a kind of expansion that takes place. We create greater significance. Sharing ourselves gives us glimmers of our destiny, and that changes us, and it can change the world around us. It's like we open up to a higher understanding and more expression in life. When we explore purpose and destiny, we're really asking, how can I use more of my potential? How can I use my gifts to serve other people? How can I make a bigger impact? So if these questions provoke you or challenge you, then your soul might be pushing you to find more meaning, healing, and wholeness. I look back at times in my life when I felt I was getting a call or a signal to take action to live a more full spectrum life. And with hindsight, I realized that some force was moving me purposefully, calling me to initiate a new phase of my journey in life. So when we freely share our gifts with others, our lives become filled with greater meaning and purpose. And when you explore this idea of how you can use more of your potential to make an impact, you're doing deep inner exploration. And you keep asking, how can I serve? What is my purpose? And this requires the deep inner work that you've been doing. You listen to the answers within. Sometimes you get surprised. We each have amazing talents to share with one another. We've said it before, each of us has a unique purpose or many purposes. After I retired, it was like shedding an old skin and allowing room for something brand new to emerge. It took me a while to find my post-retirement purpose. I'm still tweaking it. How did I find it? Meditation. Creative self-expression, doing the inner work. Being patient wasn't easy, but necessary. It's worth the work to do it. So I really encourage you to dive in with an open mind and an open heart